We finished number 3. I thought that there were like 10 of these. It turns out there's only 5, which being past number 3, I'm like, I can make it to 5 easy from here. This is not going to be an ACOTAR review where I'm telling you all the things that are horrendous about this story. Because then that's like one of those people who's cringe, who follow somebody just to make bad comments. Like, I knew what the story was. This is number 3. This isn't number 1. Why am I still reading if there's nothing redemptive about this story? What I think people love about these stories, 3 main things. The way that Fair, the main character, is uplifted and supported, reinforced as a real fully equal partner. Like it happens repeatedly. It is a part of the plot line. It is something that Rysand goes out of his way to do when they're alone. He does it in front of people. There will be people who are like, why is this lady telling us what to do? Women aren't even allowed to be out here talking like that. And he's like, no, actually, she is allowed to be out here talking like that. I made her my equal position. And on top of that, she's strong enough to kick your ass. So if I were you, I would zip it because you're not gonna like the consequences. And then she steps up and talks her trash and puts everybody in their place. So it's not only him supporting this position of power, but you see her taking that position of power. And I can see how that idealized version of a relationship would be appealing because all these admired romance ships are speaking to some ideal that we would love to see in the real world. The other thing is that generally the women are powerful. They're physically powerful. Fair becomes this otherworldly mega beast that has a bit of everybody's powers that can now defeat people who have been around for 5,000 years, accumulating power for 5,000 years. The women warrior Morgana is tougher than the other male warriors. Even when you get into like the entities that are kind of unknown, these deeply powerful, very scary beings of that group, the female version is suspected to be the most powerful and the scariest. And even outside of physically, the women are powerful within relationship. The family dynamic, whether it is a romantic dynamic, you clearly see that they are in charge and deferred to and their power acknowledged. Everybody looks away. Uh-oh, we gotta leave the ladies alone. They're gonna get mad. Type vibes. Last reason I think that this is successful, very simple. It's the spice. It's dirty spice. It's not romantic and sweet spice. It is the dirty enough spice. Passes the standards of what's socially acceptable, but it's dirty enough that speaks to the people who want a little bit of kinkiness but don't want things to get weird. And it's well done. She does a good spice scene. She really does. And it's not overdone. It's not, 80% of this book, which would be crazy because it's 699 pages. My 2 main problems were, within the story, the use of mate and male drove me up a wall. And female. It would literally be a page of saying the word male 7 times. And all I'm seeing is male, male, male. And I get it. You can't say man, woman because they're fae. They're not men and women. They're not human beings. But if you wrote a regular story talking about men and women and you use the word man on 1 page 10 times, it would be distracting. So if I'm talking about my partner and I'm talking to somebody who knows them, mind you, I'm saying, you see my husband, this man right here, he is the kind of man who's going to protect people. And when he's in the world being a man, he is showing everybody that a man can also be compassionate. A man can also be kind. And when he's amongst other men, are you tired of it yet? Because that's basically what it was. And so I don't understand why that wasn't an obvious opportunity for improvement. The other thing that drove me a little crazy was that just generally there was too much talking. It's 699 pages, 699 full pages. This is a paperback. This is not a large book. This is a small book. This is a lot of pages. I have to tell you, could have been 300. Could have been 300, guys. There was just too much talking. The characters would recap the things that happened. After the things happened, you just saw the things happen. Then they would recap the things that happened, and then they would talk about what their plan is, about the things that are going to happen right before they showed you the things that are going to happen, because that's how a story works, right? Like the things happen, and then a little rest, and then other things happen. And so it was amongst the family members. It was after they would have sexy time. Just all the conversations did not show you more about who they were as a character. We're just doing summaries. They were just doing repetitive summaries. I wish that those conversational moments were used instead to reveal more about the characters themselves, because I feel like that is really where the other strong suit in this book is that there are individual characters like Lucien, like Nesta, like Azriel, that she writes really well, and you like them and you want to know more about them. And I know that she focuses on some of those characters later, or maybe these next set of books are going to be that. Maybe I'll get some more of the people that she did really well. I hope so. Even Rysand, and even Fair to some degree. There's so many parts of her that can be likable, and what she does with who she becomes is appealing in this book in particular. I really didn't like who she was in the first book. The second book, I think I had feelings about it. I kind of liked the idea that she was going to be strong and get vengeance and all of that. The characters are a good part of the story. What happens and the situations that she puts them in is really where I think the struggle is. So we have number 4. We have number 4, and that's the only one so far that I will have done by audiobook. So let's see how much better that one is. Excited for it, actually. And then we're at 5, and then we're done. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, book friends.